Well, I think it's wonderful for people to feel a bit more peace and a bit more pleasure and goodness in their life. And how wonderful to be able to offer something of this to others, right? You cannot offer to others the curiosity, the awakening curiosity which drives unfolding. You can't. Each person does their own offering, right? You know, when I wrote Meditative First Aid, this little booklet, in this little collection of meditations, I wrote that for my mother. She was in my mind. I wrote that for my mother because she was not interested in Dharma or a life of contemplative unfolding or these kinds of things, right? But she thought she was interested in, and I was trying to, in a sense, show her how practical some of these contemplations can be, that they can actually improve the quality of your life. Okay? So if I meet with someone who is suffering on the street, right? And I say, well, I'm not going to give you a Band-Aid. I'm not going to give you a Panadol, an aspirin, because actually this is not the problem. Your problem is much bigger than that. You need 10 years of psychotherapy, and then we have to do this, and then we have to do that, because we've got to get to the root of this. No, actually, for many times, what we do is we offer the process of awakening is carried out by bodhisattvas. Bodhi is awakening, sattva is being awakening as a bodhisattva, right? It's a Buddhist concept. And the kind of heart of the bodhisattva is to aspire or to value, that's what I really mean by aspire, to value awakening for the sake of all beings. Okay? And this is a value, it's valuing your awakening for the sake of all beings. Okay? So you work on your own awakening, in other words, you not work on making a bigger universe for yourself, but work on nourishing the curiosity and question and wonderment that mysteriously can flow in your being on one day, and on another day mysteriously isn't there, right? To nourish that, to strengthen that, to encourage that, and to be of service to others that you meet on the way in a very ordinary way. I'm not going to just give you a Band-Aid for things. That's just going to make you feel good. You've got to actually work on, no, you don't have to do anything. If you're hurting, a hurting person wants to not hurt. Okay? It's a very simple thing. And so actually, and strangely enough, this working to help uplift others, bodhisattvas help to uplift others, not trying to convert them into maniacs for awakening, right? But to actually, you're kind of a little bit, in a sense, you don't teach unless you're asked to teach. If the person asks for a glass of water, they're not asking for a meditation instruction. They're asking for a glass of water, okay? And we give them a glass of water. Meanwhile, our awakening work is happening because by being more and more kind of ordinarily generous with beings that we meet, our own curiosity and wonderment grows. So we are awakening for the sake of all beings. And it's arguable whether there's ever an end to this. It might just go on and on and on forever. There's just continual awakening. And there's continuous for all beings, because we're interacting with all beings, right? So I think it's a kind of a false worry that you know, that, oh, well, this meditation technique might just be used to make the person feel good. How wonderful that they feel good, right? And for some people, when they feel good, in that feeling good, there's the space to awaken more question. And for another person, that feeling good is not a space for awakening question. That's their business. You can't do anything about that. You shouldn't not give something that helps another person because you say, oh, well, in the long run, it's not really helping you. It's better for you to meditate on dukkha and on suffering and to really understand this. I think this is a false spirituality.